Mark's about to join. I don't see any requests yet. If we got any people from the Surge team that want to hop up here, throw the request. I'll get you up here.
Got useless in here. Useless. Bunch of people I know, familiar faces. All right. What's up, my lord?
Is that my lord Hack Foundation?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my lord. All right, still waiting on Mark, right? There he is. Okay, and I just got another request. Approve. All right. So I'd call it time. So what's up, everybody? I'm glad to see you here. I'm Blue. You might have seen me around in the social media platforms for XSurge. I'm a local community manager for the XSurge team. So we got some other heavy hitters in the room today. I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody. We got Moon Matt here with NFT, Bone Troop NFT. Say hi, Moon Matt.
How we doing?
Yeah, and then we got Just Jen Sense. She's decided to join us today. She's the Vault team CEO, so she'll be repping Vault up here in the AMA today as we answer some questions. She might be able to help out with some of the other features that we've got lined up in the works too. We also brought on a member of our development team, my lord. He's with the Hack Foundation. They're a charitable organization with very good intentions in the mix. I highly suggest checking them out, but they have their own Discord server. But go ahead and say hi, my lord. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Yeah, so, and last but certainly not least, we got the man himself, the one everybody's been wanting to see today. DeFi Mark is in the house. He's going to be...
Yeah, yeah, it's great to be here. I've been in my little corner in my box typing away for the last few weeks. So it's actually nice to be able to come out in front of everyone and tell you what I've been working on.
Yeah, but we've definitely got a lot to talk about today. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody so much for your support. We have all been through a lot. This team has been through a lot. You've all been through a lot. And we are aware, we get a lot of questions every single day about, you know, a lot of different things, projects, marketing, everything. We're here to clear the air on all of that today. If you have any questions by the end of the discussion, we're going to be going over a lot of new tools that we have in the mix, some new projects, some ideas that we have for marketing, so on and so forth. But if you have any questions regarding anything, the Surge Fund, maybe some marketing ideas, anything like that, please feel free to ask at the end of the discussion. We'll go over a brief Q&A to cover all of that here today. So some discussion points that we're going to go over. We're going to go over some new Surge projects that we have in the pipeline. Mark's going to discuss some of that. Let's see. We also have some revenue generation and collaboration projects that we have going on. We are collaborating with some different organizations to boost some revenue, some outside revenue, to contribute to the Surge Fund, boost some marketing, stuff like that. We're going to go over some of the marketing ideas that we have listed here. And let's see, and we're also going to talk about some new community tools and resources that we've recently released in our Discord server to help you guys track your funding and track some other info that we've gotten a lot of feedback on. Give me 1 second, I got a request here. Hey, Mark, who's Barney?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. Yeah, I think we'll wait. If I have anybody I'm familiar with, I'll bring them up,
Okay.
and then we'll probably open the floor a little bit after for the AMA.
All right, thank you so much. All right, yeah, but that's pretty much
just real quick. I just want to throw it out. Let's make sure we mute mics when we got another person speaking, just because we got echoes. Spaces is tough with that.
Excellent. Okay. All right. But that's all of our discussion points that we're going to go over today. At the end of all that, we're going to have a brief Q&A. But so we'll go ahead and start with the new projects. Mark, you want to kick off with talking about some of the stuff we got working on in the back end?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so there's a couple things coming, not only to the Surge ecosystem, but to DeFi in general that everyone in the space can use that I've been really excited about releasing and touching on. So there's a couple things. I'll start with a simple one. I'll start simple and I'll build up from there. So the first new thing that's coming out, it's not really new. People saw it with the Surge Useless launch, is that for every new Surge token created from here on out, that staking feature, which is basically purchasing the Surge token with the underlying asset instead of using BNB, that's going to be available on all Surge tokens from here on launch. So you'll be able to do that. So if you hold the underlying asset already, you don't need to find external BNB to buy in. You can just move that asset in and get minted Surge tokens relative to your share of the pool. So that's cool. That's what's coming up for staking. But another cool thing that we've been discussing is there's just so many tokens in the space. You know, every day there's a new project. Every day there's tons of new stuff happening all over the place. And it's hard to manage. And it's specifically hard to designate people to decide on what token is being produced next. So what we've done is we've created a Surge factory, I call it. So this isn't out yet, but in the coming weeks, coming days, this is going to be integrated into our platform where anyone will be able to go do it, and they'll be able to generate themselves a Surge token for any underlying asset that they choose. To get a default Surge token with the default fees, default funding fees, all of that, it'll be a certain minimum amount of BNB to cover. And for additional fees and additional features, that'll be tacked on in terms of the cost of creating a Surge token. And what we'll do with when we receive these funds is 30%. We haven't decided yet, but a large percentage like that will be allocated to Surge Fund, and the rest will be towards development needs for the other projects I'm going to mention in just a second. But the Surge factory is really cool. So what this is going to allow is we, as I don't want to say leaders, but the community managers of XSurge don't need to hold voting and all this stuff and decide on the next Surge tokens we make. The community themselves, all of you guys, anyone, will be able to create your own, depending on what projects you like, what projects you want to become bigger whales in, and just which ones you think will be more successful in the long run. Okay, so those are two things that are pretty much done, and we're just building up into it now. The next thing that we're going to announce is the new use of, we call it XUSD. Not to be confused with the current Surge USD. This XUSD is a new token coming out that will really help with the system I'm going to be going over last. But just so you guys are aware, this XUSD will be coming out next, and it's going to have vastly lower fees than all of the other Surge tokens. It's going to be pegged to BUSD, and it's going to have a 0.5% purchase and stake and a 0.25% transfer fee. So minimal, very, very small. And that's going to be important later when you'll see why such low fees are important later. But this token, this XUSD coin, is going to be used throughout the ecosystem to facilitate transfers in lots of ways. And that pretty much leads me to one of the bigger announcements that I've been excited to talk to you guys about. People who have been following Surge for a while, you've probably heard a lot about and have been eager to see the X traders and Bridge. They've had so many names: X traders, bridges, all these things. And it kept being like, yeah, next week we'll have them out. We'll have them out by this time. But the problem is that every single time it was almost done, I would do some big drastic change to all of it, and the whole DApp team would throw their hands in the air and yell at me because they had to refactor all of the code. And I think I've done that for the final time now. I'm confident in the fact that there's no more updates necessary to these things because we've made them far bigger than they were ever supposed to be. And in a way, it was a blessing and a curse. So it sucked for a lot of reasons because we haven't been able to transfer between Surge tokens easily. And because of that, we haven't been able to benefit from overall market volatility. When Surge tokens are paired together in liquidity pools, you'll be able to trade one for another, and it will reflect the state of the market. So as crypto goes up or goes down, the Surge tokens will gain transfer fees and appreciate in value because of that. And so that's something that's been an incentive for us, but has seemed to take a long time to come out. And the reason for that is because instead of just using PancakeSwap, all right, and pairing up these tokens into DEX and letting them do their DEX things that are just standard and everyone's used to, that's boring. And that doesn't really fit in with what Surge is. Surge is an evolution to the space in terms of what you can do with tokens, what you can do with fee structures, how you can optimally use fees to help an asset opposed to different things you can do with them. So Surge is crazy for that reason. It wouldn't make sense to just put it into a normal liquidity pool and let them transfer around. The whole point of Surge was that it can't be on exchanges. So to preserve that, what we've done more or less is take the concepts of PancakeSwap, of Uniswap, of all these other platforms, and we've more or less put it into a Surge token. So what we're going to be rolling out, this is not the final name for it, is the Surge Exchange, the Surge DEX. And what this is it's a way for any token on BSC to be traded and inherit the benefits of Surge without it itself needing to be a Surge token. So I don't want to give too much away, but the main beauty of the Surge DEX is that LP tokens themselves. Now, for people that don't know, an LP token, traditionally, like on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, is a token that represents two assets. It could be SafeMoon and BNB. It could be Bitcoin and BUSD. It could be anything, any two assets. And the price of those assets depends on the quantities of the tokens in the pool. If you have 100 Marks coin and 100 USD in the pool, one Marks coin is worth one USD. So that's what an LP token traditionally is. It's a way to designate a price pool of two different tokens. What Surge LP is that same concept. However, the pairing, the removal, or the swapping of assets. So when you pair liquidity, remove liquidity, or trade liquidity by performing swaps, all of those operations go back into boosting the value of the LP token relative to its two underlying assets. So one of the main utilities that the Surge DEX will be utilizing is the fact that over time, the more trades that happen in a pairing will pay back the people that paired the liquidity in the first place. So if you own 100% of the pool, you get 100% of the trading fees that happen in that pool. So now we've kind of touched into this new realm of liquidity where the owners of a token don't need to be fully reliable and responsible for managing liquidity, because that's the main problem with a lot of projects. You see SafeMoon and you see Useless. You see projects like this that are constantly doing other things to manage their liquidity pools and keep it at a healthy number, because liquidity falls, liquidity is not big enough. There's so many problems. What Surge DEX will allow is for community members themselves to be incentivized to pair their own liquidity, because they will get a Surge representation of that token and the underlying token back. So if you wanted to, you could pair liquidity for SafeMoon and USD, or Useless and USD, or anything, any token and any other token. And anytime swaps are made in that pool, you will earn back a portion of the swap amount. So when the Surge DEX goes live, if there's not a pool available for, say, Bitcoin or DOT and USD, you could make it. And then as people trade those tokens for each other, you get kickbacks from the transfer fees. So it's a bunch of really cool stuff that I've been perfecting and working on for the last few weeks, but it really felt like the natural evolution of the Surge ecosystem. I really hated the idea of putting the Surge tokens on PancakeSwap. because it's just standard. It's boring. It isn't what it was supposed to be in terms of an innovation to the DeFi space. So I think the best way to innovate it further is to not only allow you to swap Surge tokens for each other, but to Surge the swapping mechanism itself. And that's what I'm really excited to share with everyone and excited to roll out and see how it performs. Because not only do swaps, so when a swap is made, it doesn't only give a fee to the person who paired the liquidity, it actually pairs more liquidity into that pool. So over time, each liquidity pool, from people trading into it, it'll pair its own liquidity, raising it over time, which in turn raises the value of the Surge token. So I know that was a lot, and I'm going to let Blue and and Malord kind of dissect it a little bit. But that's the gist, and that's the biggest thing that's coming down the pipeline. I wouldn't call it Surge Dex, but I've been calling it Surge Dex because I don't have a better name for it yet.
And guys, another thing, we are still thinking of a name for this. We would love some community feedback on that a little later. But the big key points, that was a lot of information. But another big thing that we've got going towards this new project here, we are outsourcing for popular media personalities to provide educational material to the community. We've already reached out to one who has agreed to do this for us. He's going to be brought into the inner circle.
I think you cut off, Blue.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, we've reached out to really popular YouTube personalities. One in particular that has agreed to get brought onto the inner circle, and we're gonna go ahead and break down everything that's gonna happen for him, and he's gonna compile some educational material that's going to be vetted by us. It's going to be as comprehensive as absolutely possible for this community to be able to easily digest the information. They'll know what to do. They'll know how to use this, how to use these new integrations. And any questions at all, you can always reach out to us. But they'll compile this information. It'll be fully vetted by us, and it'll be released to the community before this season even launches. We'll have this fully audited, and we'll have all the educational material together for the community before it even gets released.
Absolutely. Education is going to be very important here too, because there's already a lack of education in the space, and traditional liquidity pools themselves are a topic of a lot of confusion for a lot of people. And we really want everyone to know exactly what they're getting into here and what the benefits are and stuff like that. So I myself will also be creating educational content, not only for Surge, but I'm also going to be touching on liquidity pools in general, just to try to help facilitate everyone's understanding of what we're talking about when we say Surge LP or Surge Dex.
I'm bringing, just real quick, just to interrupt, I'm bringing a friend of mine, Andrew Forte, up. He
What's up, Matt?
Represents G Media. He's been a good fan of ours for a while. We're happy to have him up here.
Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you, brother.
All right. So, Blue, did you have something else you were going to go over for that? That's most of the developments on the contract side. There's a few other things that I'm going to be rolling out over the next days or weeks that I didn't really want to touch on everything all at once. But the main things to look forward to would be XUSD, the Surge Dex, and the Surge Token Factory, which will be used to create your own Surge tokens. For the Surge Dex, creating a Surge LP token for a pool will be completely free, as it is on PancakeSwap. But creating an actual Surge token itself relative to one asset, that's going to cost a little BNB, which will go towards part of it will go towards Surge Fund, and the other part will go towards Dex development. Because we're starting to really take this Dex building seriously. We got a good DApp team on it already, but getting some extra marketing and education out there is definitely really important as well.
And guys, this is so huge. You guys have been wanting to Surge Doge, SafeMoon, all of these other tokens. There's no need anymore. When this comes out, you can Surge anything you want.
Search flavors. You can get anything going.
Anything
with these new Surge projects.
Yeah. So after Surge USD and the new Surge BNB, we won't need to be the ones releasing tokens. You guys can release whatever ones you want. We will still do free ones. Like every so often, we'll take a community vote and release a new token. But after Surge BNB and the Surge US and the XUSD coming out, it'll be up to everyone else. Sky's the limit there. And it'll be added into our DEX. It'll be trackable on our app, on our Surge app, so you'll be able to buy and sell from that app easily. And you'll be able to see verified tokens. And not only that, but the token that all these other Surge tokens will be generated from will be audited. So you'll know that a Surge token that's created from our factory has all the same code in it. There's no hidden exploits or no hidden lines where someone could do something malicious. It'll be pre-audited generated code. So you can have some safety in that, knowing that if it's generated by our factory, it'll be added into our system.
Yeah, so I'm sure we're going to get a lot of questions on that. We can't wait to answer them. All right, so with that, revenue. Let's talk about what we're doing to boost our own revenue here. So we get a lot of questions about the Surge Fund and how we're boosting this up and everything. Guys, our community as of now has been structured to, we've done everything up to this point with no marketing or development funding. I want to make that clear to this community. Everything that we have done up to this point has gone to you, to this Surge Fund, to try and replenish the losses that we've all felt as a result of this hack that occurred in August. So you might have noticed that we've been hosting a lot of auctions around here lately. We've got other ideas in the works too surrounding that. So we've got a coin maker who has specially engineered these real Surge coins, and they are absolutely beautiful. They're incredible. They're made out of 1.5 ounce solid brass. They're beautiful. They come with a display case for the first 5 purchases. It's a very modern, sleek looking design. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've been selling the heck out of them. The very first auction that we held, we got 1.21 BNB for that one coin. The second one went even better. We got 1.6 BNB for that. 70% of the revenue from those 2 auctions, give a round of applause to the buyers, went directly to the Surge Fund. The other 30% goes to the coin maker for labor. But yeah, it's been going absolutely brilliant on that front. Some other things that we have in the works. We'll be hosting relatively soon our own NFT auctions. We got Moon Matt on board with Bone Fruit, who's also agreed to participate in this, but we'll be hosting in a separate channel our own NFT auctions where we can sell NFTs direct to the community through these NFT organizations. And these NFT orgs that agree to participate in this will be able to shill in the server, of course, and we'll be shilling their stuff, of course, because profit goes directly to the Surge Fund for this. So it might not be 100%. We'll work that out with the organizations, but so far we have 4 organizations on board, including Bone Troop NFT and Lip Service NFT. But yeah, so
yeah,
what is it?
Those would be really cool ways to bring in revenue too. I'm excited for the factory as well to really bring some extra BNB towards the Surge Fund.
Hey, real quick, Blue, just can you mute yourself? It's echoing. All right, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm really excited for the factory to bring some external BNB, not only into the DEX development system, but also to Surge Fund. Really exciting thing. Might not be as exciting to everyone else as it is to me, but we've paid back 1% of the Surge Fund so far. Take that as you will. It makes me very excited personally, considering all we have so far are just a bunch of random Surge tokens by themselves. Right now, they're not tradable. There's no way to benefit from market volatility between them. They're just Surge tokens sitting by themselves, and they have paid back, well, with the help of some community donations as well, they've paid back 1% of the fund. And that was extremely inspiring and exciting to me, because now I just know the sky's the limit. The stuff we're coming out with is really a V2 of Surge. It's the next iteration. And I know we're just going to keep improving on the current model and the current system and the current way DeFi works. And I think we'll smash that goal in no time. Seeing 1% paid off already really made me excited.
And that just goes to show we're making a lot of progress in that area. It is going up. If you check the transaction listings, you can see people are making claims every single day from the Surge Fund. People are getting their money back. It's just going to take some time. It was a lot of money, but we will get there. We are not going to stop trying. We'll do everything in our power for this community to get their money back and to make sure that this project goes on as a huge success in the future. We've got a lot in the works, and I think what's been announced today, I think a lot of people are going to be very excited about.
Real quick.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the DEX as well. For just many reasons. It's something not seen in the space right now, and it'll really solve a lot of problems for new token companies coming out, existing projects, and just people looking for new ways to trade and new systems to utilize for profit. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well, and sharing some more information and some more education on that as it's developed. But the contracts for it are in a very good spot, almost entirely done, and the progress for the DApp development has already started for that as well.
It's amazing stuff. Just real quick, we got my buddy Diablo up here. We know him as an NFT whale. He's an NFT investor, collector, very involved in a lot of the projects going on in DeFi right now, especially in BSC. He's got his hand up. What's going on, Diablo?
Hey, I only have like 3 or 4 minutes here. I just wanted to pop in and tell you, I like I have said from the beginning, I thought what you came up with, Mark, was very innovative. We didn't know where it was going. I hate that the hack happened. I've been very vocal about the community getting behind the help with this. I've tried to help in several different ways. We're getting ready to launch this Mooney Martian collection. I want to attach it to this. If there's a way for the Martian collection to help out with this, I want to make sure I'm involved with that. So when you guys get a minute, y'all reach out to me. Let's make sure the collection's tied to this. And on Friday when we launch, hopefully we can help a lot of people out with this.
Hell yeah, man. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. I'll reach out to you soon.
Absolutely, guys. I got to run. I appreciate y'all having me up here. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate you, Diablo.
Awesome.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good day, man.
All right. So, Blue, are there any other management parts you'd like to talk on, or should we open it up for an AMA?
Yeah.
We did have a few more things to talk about for development as well.
Yes.
I just want to say I do see a few requests. I do see you guys. We're gonna bring you guys up. Let us just get through these last few things here.
I don't know what we'd do without you up here, man, Matt. I'm not used to hosting these things, man. So if you wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't. So yeah, I do have a couple things on the managerial front that I'd like to get over. So a lot of questions that we've been getting lately. Coin market cap listings. Everybody wants to know, are we getting listing on coin market cap? Are we trying? Do we have an application in? So the first step that we had to take in order to get this step initiated was to find the step-by-step process on getting our application in the first place. We are reaching out to people. We're reaching out to people on the Vault side. I believe just GenSense is aware that we have reached out and are trying to get the step-by-step process of what we should do to try and get this process started. But we are pursuing it. And I think the biggest thing here, with the new DEX that Mark's talking about, that's going to help substantially to give.
Yeah,
sir.
Sorry, I was just gonna iterate on that. I was gonna say, yeah, you're right. The main problem with getting on CoinMarketCap is you need to be on a DEX or some sort of exchange for it to pull the pricing data. But as you all know, the beauty of Surge is that it's not on an exchange. It is its own automated market maker. So we really need to either work with them on refactoring their backend to suit that, or put it on a DEX. So the Surge DEX might be that way to allow for CoinMarketCap to accurately chart our data.
Yeah, so that should help tremendously. It might give them all the data that they need without them having to adjust their framework on the back end to accommodate us. But just to let you know, we are pursuing it. Trust wallet icons. We're currently getting those drawn up. We're still trying to decide. We got a few drafts in progress that we're trying to get up front to settle on. We have a graphic designer that's been working on that for us, and once we have them all together and we make the decision on what we're going to do and how we're going to pursue that, then we will forward that application to Trust Wallet. We have a connection over there that is helping us get set up with that. Let's see. So outsourcing, I've already talked about some of the NFT organizations that we're working with to try to boost revenue and funding. Flavors BSC actually may be interested in collaborating with us, and they have their own marketing platform. It's a utility of their token that they use to supply marketing for other tokens or other investors. So we may end up working with them if they'd be willing to collaborate with us. We'll have to discuss that in the future. Huh?
No, yeah, let's.
Yeah. All right.
Nope, sorry. Mike was messing up. Yep, and then I'm gonna throw it over to Malord to talk about some DApp updates coming out soon too to the XSurge .net website.
Yeah, so there's also some changes on both the visual website as well as the DApp. We're doing basically a full UI refresh on both sites, and so there's going to be some visual changes for you guys, some optimizations in terms of like getting our presence known in terms of like SEO on Google. And then on the DApp itself, we're basically going to be reorganizing how it's displayed, because with all of these smart contract changes coming down in the pipeline, we need to have a more organized UI in order to basically house and make it easy for you guys to actually interact with these things. So we've been kind of designing a new interface and a new dashboard that we can then use to expand even further, so that especially so when the DEX functionality starts coming in, this can also be the interface used for the DEX itself. Also, for the Surge Fund, there is going to be a couple small changes to the visuals of the Surge Fund. So rather than just seeing the donate button or the claim button right in the middle, there'll also be a donate and opt out button that the functionality was already there for it. We're just making it more basically more visual. So if people want to donate directly to the Surge Fund and help out with, helping everyone, then they can. But we're also thinking of a future way to basically incentivize donations to the fund. And this is right now, this is being discussed, but we are thinking of essentially creating some kind of NFT generation depending on the donations received, so that as a thank you, we can generate a unique NFT basically increase the rarity of this thing depending on how much is donated as an incentive for people to contribute to the Surge Fund to help pay it back even faster.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, Malord does a lot of work with NFTs as well. Less art-based, more usability and use cases for NFTs. So it's good having him on board for that. He had that idea right away.
A lot of utility.
And I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea, being able to reward people with an NFT saying you donated this to the Surge Fund, or like have it be rarer based on how much people donate. I think that's awesome. It would be a great little community thing too, to get that reward and that proof for forever, actually, that you helped this cause. And in due time, when all of it's over and all this stuff is behind us, the Surge Fund is behind us, maybe that'll be worth something. I don't know. We'll see how everything goes. But that was a really incredible idea. I really like that one as well. Another update too, in the Surge Discord, Smoothie, one of our developers, actually came up with this really neat data bot that you just give it your public key and it'll tell you everything about your Surge investments. It'll tell you all of your times you've sold, all the times you've bought, your total received profit or loss, how much is still in there in terms of the underlying asset and in USD. It's a really cool bot, a really cool system. Going to have a little bit more education on how to view that, potentially building that into the website as well. So yeah, some new cool stuff over there. is happening. And yeah, so I think that's the majority of the announcements we had, correct?
Yeah, but that's about it. That's what I got listed. All right, so
All right.
at this point, we'll go ahead and we'll start opening the floors for questions. If you guys have any questions, just raise your hand, and me and Matt will get you on the stage to start with the AMA.
Yeah, throw those requests up. I'll start bringing people. I'm gonna invite some people too that I know that want to speak.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first person. Hey, Taz, you hear me?
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, man, been a while.
Hey, what's up,
What's
Taz?
up, Mark? As always, just want to say I love what you guys are doing. Amazing as always. I'm just fucking blown away every single time you guys get up here. It's just fucking mind blowing. But as you know, I like to dig. I like to ask questions. I've only got one question that I need answered, or I guess if you could try to answer, is there going to be a way to stop people from making multiple Surge tokens for the same cryptocurrency, basically, or does it not
Absolutely.
matter?
Yep. So that's already in the factory version I have right now. So if you just do a basic version, there can only be one basic version, which is just the standard Surge token with the standard fees, 626 or 424,
Right.
there can only be one of those. But we're opening up the door to allow for different customizations. So you can only make one base asset, one base Surge. But if you want to do one with funky fees or having different kinds of allocations, those will be upgrades that you can choose, and you'll be able to have multiples of those if desired.
Awesome. Okay, well that's all I got. I appreciate it, Mark, team, everybody that's putting work into this. It's amazing. So love you guys. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Taz.
What's going on, guys? It's exciting news, huh?
How we doing, John?
Doing great, man. Coming in hot off our flavors pre-sale last night. Still on cloud nine, but man, Mark, this is kind of like I've been waiting for this unveiling of what the true utility potential behind the Surge idea was. Because from day one, to me, and I'm an economics guy, so right away you kind of like blew my mind when I was like, how could this possibly work? But I always kind of felt like it was like almost a disembodied part, like that there was a greater purpose to be served by it, and I had previously described it as like a self maintaining liquidity pool. So I think this is a really innovative, cool idea.
Yeah, no, thank you. So yeah, it's heavily inspired by the original Surge, but we basically just took all the concepts that it worked for one token, and we applied it to two tokens, and also let you swap one token for another. So it is really neat. And I just think it's just the natural progression of it. And I think there's a lot of areas of DeFi that would be better surged. Not all of them. Some things are good as they are, but a lot of areas are. And I think DEXs are one of them, specifically liquidity pools being one of them.
I totally see what
So
you're saying.
It'll be very
so I'm looking forward to see what you guys do. I just want to stop up, say hi, congrats, and yeah, I've been waiting
awesome.
to hear this. So
thanks, man, and congrats on your
thanks a
pre-sale
lot,
too.
Guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in there and say, hey, John, I haven't talked to you in a while, and I want to say congratulations too. I'm so happy for you guys. Yeah, way to go.
Hey, we're feeling good. Waking up today with a bit of a spring in my step. It's feeling good. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what we're all here to, build for this space. So I'm gonna drop down, let you guys get some more questions in. But yeah, much respect.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming up.
All right, does anybody have any more questions?
No, we got Andrew up here. I don't know if Andrew had a question or not. All good if you don't. I know I see some people down here that have been lingering. I see Captain Booty. I see Hammy. I see some educated people. If you guys have questions, anything you want to say, feel free to hop up. If not, we'll do what we got to do. We got James Thompson hopping up here. See what he has to say.
Hey, James, your mic's muted.
Hey, this is James Thompson. Thanks for having me. It's always great to be part of the community. Quick question.
Hey, how's it going?
Is there I sent a bunch of ideas to Mark and the one who is not Mark, and I wanted to inquire if you've considered putting a 0.5% type of fee on every transaction for not only the Surge fund, for paying back, the hack, but in the future to have a Surge fund that would provide resources for future protection and certifications and researches and development and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, all of the fees built into the tokens do go towards the Surge fund. And eventually when that's paid off, those could either be disabled entirely or allocated to development needs. But the DEX itself is going to provide not only benefits to Surge fund, but also help development on DEX upkeep and innovating it and making it better and better and more suited. So there is actually a developer cut on the DEX, but it's similar to PancakeSwap's fee, but it's less.
Great.
So it's less than PancakeSwap's fee. So it's a fee on liquidity pairing and liquidity removal, not swapping.
Fantastic.
So trading on the DEX, yeah, there's no developer cut for trading on the DEX, only for pairing and removing liquidity. Pretty much similar to how PancakeSwap does theirs.
One last question. I brought a lot of people into Surge BNB when it first came out. We were really excited, and of course still are. I've noticed there seems to be a new Surge BNB token up on PooCoin. I don't know if it's legit or not. And two, where can I send my friends for easy information about obtaining refunds for the Surge fund in the future?
That would be right on our website, app.xsurge.net. It gives you the ability to check all your stats. So how much BNB you have to claim, how much is currently in there for you to claim, your next claim time, and a bunch of stuff like that. And we're actually working right now on revamping that and making it much more user-friendly and easy to navigate. So hopefully once that's done, you can just go right on to xsurge.net and all the data should be there for everyone. And if there's a specific problem, like I know a few people have come up to me saying they had a wallet compromised and they can't claim from that wallet, just reach out to me and Blue directly and we'll work to rectify that for you guys if that is a problem.
Will do. What about the different contracts out there for two different Surge BNBs?
I'm unsure of that. There's a chance it could be my some of the old test contracts we wrote, or someone that wanted to fork Surge BNB and give it a different twist. We're going to be releasing our own official Surge BNB before the DEX is released.
Okay.
But yeah, another thing on the DEX I wanted to point out actually right away is it's going to have the capacity to pair with BNB. So you're going to be able to provide, any token with BNB just like PancakeSwap does. But I don't think people will choose BNB. What I think is going to be chosen instead, this is just a personal hunch, is the XUSD token that's coming out. Because the problem with pairing with BNB, as a lot of you have noticed, is say if BNB falls in half, or if BNB drops dramatically, it drags your token down with it. Because when two tokens are in a liquidity pool, the only value of token one is the other token. So the only value of Vault or SafeMoon or Useless or any of these is how much BNB is in that pool and how much that BNB is worth. So it adds volatility to pair with BNB. But I think pairing with this new, very much tax reduced Surge USD is going to be a very tempting option for a lot of people. Because now, let's give a situation where, say you have $100,000 in XSurge USD in a pool paired with a token, and there's no transaction volume. Nobody's buying, nobody's selling. The price of your token would actually increase at the same rate as Surge USD would, because the value of those underlying tokens are just constantly appreciating. So even if there's no buying or selling happening on your token, it'll have a constant slight upwards gradient based on how successful the underlying asset is. And I think that's going to really be the kicker with our DEX as well.
Yeah, just to tap.
Sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent, but I wanted to say
just to tap onto that, what he's saying about pairing with a stable coin asset, it might not seem like the most profitable approach, whenever you're investing in a cryptocurrency. You know, a lot of people see volatility as a double-edged sword, and it is, because it does bring up the volume tremendously whenever that asset is bullish. However, if you pull up, we have in another resource I'd like to point out, you know, you can always go to our website for our contracts and other calculating information, but our Discord has the same thing. We have a lot of integrations in place, including the Surge Fund report I'm looking at right now. And if I look at Surge USD, I can see the percentage of value increase since the token has launched. And right now we are at 49.395%. 49.395%. Now, if I look at Surge ETH, which launched very shortly after, I mean, we have this paired with Vault, who issues out our Surge ETH reflections, and that and Surge BTC has, you know, literally vaulted tremendously in the market. Ever since they've started these projects, we've seen a tremendous increase in value since they've attached their token to ours, and that has increased. Surge ETH alone has increased 34.96%. Surge BTC 26.873%. Surge USD is still leading the pack at 49.395%. And it's more often than not due to a lack of volatility of that asset. I'm doing better in that one than I am any of my other ones right now. Stablecoins rock. So please check out the perspective on that. You know, look into it. Education's important, and we'll be releasing a lot of it in that very soon.
I even think that it's a little too early to look at the increases, because all these Surge tokens just live on their own right now. What can you do with it? You can send it to a friend, you can buy it, and you can sell it. That's it.
Yeah,
the real beauty and the real potential in Surge is the ability to profit off of crypto volatility. And that's what I've been preaching since the beginning. Say Bitcoin goes up 5% like it did today. Bam, now you have to trade USD Surge for Bitcoin Surge for profit. And you don't have to, but someone is going to. If there is profit to be made, someone will make the profit. And the good thing about Surge is whether you buy, sell, or transfer it, it contributes to the price appreciation. So any volatility that is seen in the crypto space, a pairing between that Surge token or even just that normal token and the Surge USD will allow it to like maximize the upwards and downwards movement, because you have to correct it inside that liquidity pool. And I know that sounds a little confusing, but give a situation where, so say Bitcoin's at 50,000 and our Surge pool says Bitcoin's at 50,000. Great, all is good. Say Bitcoin rises 10%. In our pool, it could still be at 50,000. What that means is people will make profit by trading the Surge tokens in that pool and furthering their appreciating nature, because transfers, a piece of that transfer fee just gets directly burned, raising the value of the token. So I don't even think it's fair to track the growth yet, because I don't even think we've seen any of its real potential. That's what I'm really excited about Surge Dex, because not only will the trades benefit the two underlying assets, but it'll also benefit the LP token itself. So it's really cool. A lot of you people have asked me, is it possible to surge a Surge token? And well, Surge LP is going to be basically surging two Surge tokens. Not only Surge tokens, though. It's going to be surging any two underlying assets.
That's amazing.
Okay, I'm done with my.
So
rant.
I can surge a Vault token, right?
Yeah, you can surge anything.
Just wanted to double check.
With Surge LP, you can surge two tokens. So you could surge Vault and BNB and have a pool just like you do now.
Yep.
Or you could have Vault and the XUSD coin to give it a more stable chart, but have the dependency on an appreciating value instead of being dependent on BNB, which could double or half at any moment.
We do have quite a few questions up here now. Let's try to do our best to answer them. I know Mark loves to go into detail. I know the community probably even appreciates the detail. But obviously people got schedules, so we're going to do our best to get through. I know Vanilla James is up here, and he had his hand raised. How we doing?
What's up, man? What's up, Matt? What's up, Mark? I just wanted to bring up something that you had to gloss over earlier because you had so much to talk about, man. But 1% on the hack, getting 1% back is huge. And I know a lot of people probably think 1%, especially of that number, isn't huge, but it's definitely progress, and it's a snowball effect, right? Like you're laying the foundation, you get 1% now, and it's just going to keep snowballing and snowballing until it gets done. So shout out to you, man.
Hell yeah. Thank you, James. I've been super excited about it as well. I know some people might be like, oh, 1%, that's it. But it means a lot to me as well, just because I know that this goal, it's not impossible. They're not even close to impossible. Because we've seen nothing yet. We just have Surge tokens living on their own.
And it's a whole community
really
thing too, right? Like you got your things that you're building, and then like Diablo came in here earlier. There's lip service, there's the bone troops. Like everybody's trying to do a little bit, and then eventually it'll add up.
Absolutely, yeah. DeFi stronger united. That's how it is. When we can get this done, man, it'll be so beautiful.
That's awesome. Appreciate you, James, as always, man. I know I see QR had his hand up next. How we feeling today, QR? His or her?
What's up, guys? I'm at work. I'm at work right now. So I couldn't follow the whole AMA. I just have a couple of questions regarding Surge BNB, the V2. I don't know if you guys are still working on that, and if you have any date on release on that, that would be great. And seeing that Jan is here, I would also like to take the opportunity to ask about the X Vault tokens. If there is plans to include those in the DEX as well, and also if there is a possibility to approve X tokens within the DEX itself, so you don't need to go do it via the BSC. BSC
yeah,
scan.
absolutely. On the last question you had, absolutely. That'll absolutely be a thing through the DEX itself. Nobody likes BSC scan, especially not. I'm the only one that does for some reason. I use it for everything. But to answer your other questions too, to start the Surge BNB, that the new version for that, it's already created and done. The code for it is, but we're going to be launching that after XUSD and before the DEX goes live. So more information on an exact date will come out soon, but that one's the project after next. And then we're basically retiring our shoes from launching Surge tokens and putting it up to the community to launch any kind of Surge token they want, which is pretty cool. And in terms of sorry to steal Jen's thunder, but for the vault to vault transfers on the DEX, yes. I don't want to speak for you, Jen, but I think you said that the instead of pairing all the vault tokens together on PancakeSwap, they will be paired on the Surge DEX.
Exactly.
So that not only will sorry, did I lose you? No, I'm still in here. Sorry. So that a little bit less pressure is on them to provide the liquidity.
Exactly.
And their communities will actually be incentivized to stake liquidity for them, allowing for easier trades between tokens and less slippage lost on the way.
Exactly. Yeah, it's well said, Mark. Right now, our investors are currently either having to write via BSC scan, which is kind of what Mark just touched on, and it's not really for everybody, though I do recommend it for many who want to, because if you ever have any difficulty being able to access a DEX, you're able to do these things by just being able to, or our DApp is down, you're able to interact with the contract itself. That said, we are definitely looking forward to moving over onto the Surge DEX for obvious reasons. And Mark just touched on one of the big ones, which is slippage via PancakeSwap. So we don't have a lot of control over that. And the AMM makes the money. So why not figure out a solution for our investors to be able to hold back some of it for themselves? If you've ever heard me speak, it's always the way I go. Shareholders, investors, and being able to keep as much of the profit in the pockets of the people who trust us is always going to be the way we move to go forward. So yeah, moving into that was super important.
Yeah, no more 0.2% fee to buy and burn cake.
Ew.
We can allocate that into either improving the health of the LP token, incentivizing liquidity acquisition, or
genius.
Or we could even have some sort of system to buy and burn Surge tokens. Who knows? The possibilities are endless there.
Exactly.
When it comes to the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for the answers, and keep up the good work. I appreciate what you guys are doing in this space, and I'll be around. Thank you.
Thanks, QR.
Thank you, QR.
Really nice.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
I see we got Hammy next. I just brought Mustafa, I think is how I pronounce your name.
Yeah.
If you could for me, brother, could you mute your mic? I'll get you in a minute.
Nice one.
Hammy, feel free. How we doing today?
Doing good, man. I'm all-time high. BTC.
Yeah, man. Crypto's back.
Man, it's a good thing for the entire space, man. And DeFi Mark, man, it's good hearing your voice again. You're a missing part of this space, so it's good to have you back and doing the things that you do. My question was, Surge is a community token, meaning it's going to be a renounced contract and everything. And I'm assuming the DEX that you're rolling out is going to be run by the members of Surge. And do you see any what do you view as the hardest kind of stepping stones in managing the community coins on the deck? How are you going to manage that dynamic between the two?
So originally, to answer the second part first, the hardest part right now is the lack of funding to use for development and stuff. Everyone up here, including Malord and the DAB team, have basically been just volunteering their own time. So an important part of the DEX is to actually have some sort of developer allocation so we can incentivize people to keep building this out and making it better and better each time. And for that reason, we're actually kind of separating the DEX from Surge a little bit. I've called it Surge DEX a few times, but this DEX will be able to work with everything. It's not only going to allow Surge tokens to swap for each other. You could make any token and pair it on this DEX as you would PancakeSwap. And for that reason, we're gonna be extracting it a little bit in terms of it won't be as much a community-driven DEX, but it'll be tailored to the Surge ecosystem in the sense that it is surged, the DEX itself, and it'll allow for trading between Surge tokens and also solving our biggest issue, which was how do we incentivize our community to pair liquidity? Because I don't know if you've tried. There's one pool right now for Surge tokens online, and it's Surge Bitcoin and Surge ADA. And if you try to swap over like $150, you get hit with a lot of slippage because the pool's so small. Because I had to create it out of my own funds. So the main problem we had is how do we incentivize people to pair liquidity for us, and that's what the Surge DEX solved. It's not going to be called Surge DEX. I got to stop calling it that. But it's gonna be, they're going to be two separate.
Yeah, that's exactly the answer I was looking for, man. And that sounds good. And I'm sure it's going to be good, man. I'm sure it's going to be great. Great things.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Hammy. QR actually reminded me of another point I wanted to make. Is that I don't know if that many of you know this, but on the newest Vault token that just came out, you have the option to set your rewards to be any Surge token that you want.
Yes.
So
this is huge.
Surge US, you could do Surge USD, Surge ETH, Surge Bitcoin, Surge Useless, and Surge ADA right now as your optional reward token. So if you're looking to increase your Surge portfolio at all, Vault is a good resource for that in terms of getting reflections when sell downs occur.
Yeah, it's also a great way to have like options and flexibility and the ability to like kind of pick and choose for different market issues. So you might, consider the bull coming. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Oh,
no, honey, you're good. Go. I'm happy to have you go.
You can always change it too. So if you're bullish on Bitcoin for a week, you can have it set to Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin's not doing what you want it to do, you could swap it out for any of the other Surge tokens. And as tokens are created in the factory, there'll also be viable reflection options for Vault as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, just adding to the ability to have more choice. Like I think people have to realize now we're moving into a place where building like really mature portfolios is going to be important for longevity. You don't want to necessarily be buying and purchasing assets or commodities for a long-term gain if you're not really taking into consideration the ability to have flexible choice. And this particular system and technology certainly allows that. It's really a big deal. It's a huge part of moving forward for decentralized finance or the DeFi space, but particularly knowing that if you're an investor in either one of these two companies, that you're going to have that moving forward, that the DEX system is going to allow for that, and the technology that we're able to utilize with approved tokens. Again, like Mark said, security is going to be kind of number one. So you'll have that added element of security, knowing that whatever product that you're purchasing with one of our two companies will always allow you flexibility and choice depending on what the market's doing. So it's been really unique and we're really happy to have it. So thanks for touching on that, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the real incentive for the factory too, is because if we just let anyone create their own Surge tokens, we would never be able to fully know that they didn't slip a line of code in that does something we don't want. So the fact that we can have an audited master copy that we can mass produce for everyone will help a lot, in the sense that when you buy a token that's verified by the Surge factory, you'll know that it's the same as any other token that we would have created. Likewise, if you create it through the factory, you'll have an option to receive. All of the vault holders will be able to receive your Surge token as reflections.
How exciting is that? Just to be a vault holder, to know that like the expansion and the future is going to have so many more options for commodities, and secure ones at that. So excited.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay, sorry. We can keep going with some questions now. I just wanted to throw that out there because I forgot to say it earlier.
Yeah, no, that's super important. I know I see booties up here and I see unappreciated ninjas up here. I'm not sure who was up here first. I'm not sure if either of you guys have a question or anything you want to say.
Let's go with Mustafa first. He's been waiting for a little while. Come on up here, bud.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mustafa.
Mustafa, feel
How's
free.
it going, man?
Hi guys. Sorry, can you hear me, guys? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. I might not have the knowledge like you guys, because I'm quite new to this crypto space. However, I just wanted to find out, basically, in terms of, if you wanted to find out more about the projects that you actually are talking about, do you have like a specific website? And will I mean, what will the price be exactly? How will it work? Because obviously everything's, is linked to BNB and Pancake Swap and all that. And I'm really quite not confused, because I'm quite new to this space. I just wanted to find out more, basically. If you can just put some more information for us to understand and to know.
Yeah,
sorry
absolutely.
about that.
No, yeah, no worries at all. Just to give like a kind of a relation thing. Let's pretend you launch a token, okay, and you have 1,000 of them. Traditionally, if you were to pair that on PancakeSwap with BNB, you put your 1,000 tokens in, and say you raise 100 BNB in the pre-sale. That means each of your tokens is worth 0.1 BNB.
Okay, got it.
And the cost of BNB actually determines the cost of your token. If BNB is $500, each of your tokens is 50. If BNB is $200, each of your tokens is 20. The difference here is, instead of pairing with BNB, you can choose to pair with this XUSD coin. So the value won't go up or down that dramatically just from the underlying asset. It'll be a true representation of supply and demand, buy and sell pressure, because your chart won't just randomly go down if BNB goes down. If anything, it'll do the opposite, because this will be pegged to USD. But not only USD, and appreciating USD. So over time, your tokens will actually become more valuable if there's no trading volume.
Sorry, Mark, what was the issue? What was the main issue with the PancakeSwap and Uniswap? Is mainly the slippage fees, which are really quite high. So we don't have a say, basically. I think you have to set it up to like 12%, something like that. How will it work with you guys with this token, basically?
So it's not the token that would affect the slippage. It would be the actual DEX itself. So slippage, the less liquidity that's paired, the more slippage you face when trying to make a trade. So having more liquidity in a pool allows you to swap for basically no slippage. And the thing about the Surge DEX is users of all tokens will be incentivized to pair liquidity and to increase the size of that pool, because they get a percentage of all the trading volume that goes on in rewards. So we'll actually be incentivized to pair more liquidity So hopefully you'll see less slippage on your trades overall.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, one final thing basically is, when will this actually be launched, or has it been launched? Or
It's not out yet. The contracts are pretty much done. I'm still revitalizing them a bit, and the DApp is in development now. We definitely don't have a final launch date yet, but that'll absolutely be pushed everywhere once we have more information on exactly when.
Will that all be done through the SafeMoon wallet? Sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to mention we will have these contracts audited, and all the educational material will be pushed out to the community before this project launches. Before this project launches, you'll have everything you need out there to learn about how this process works and how to use it.
Guys, that's absolutely brilliant. You're doing a fantastic job right there. And what was the website? Sorry, your website or?
Oh yeah, so you can get all the information on Surge
I'm
on
gonna make a tweet. I'm gonna
XSurge.net.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Okay. Just to say it out though, you can find all the information you need on XSurge.net for Surge. And if you want to learn more about Vault stuff, you'd go over to their website, which I believe is vaultdefi.com. What is it, Jessica?
You got it, vaultdefi.com.
Thank you so much.
We're just updating it, so you'll see it change over kind of over the next few days. It won't necessarily look like it does now. They're in the process of just switching it over with new UI and a lot more information that'll, lead investors to know where we're going and kind of what we're doing.
I appreciate that, Mark. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, thanks for coming up, man.
Jen, you said that's... I'm sorry, real quick. Jen, you said that's vaultdefi.com?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
www, yeah.
Hey, could you do me a favor, Moonmat, and also post the Discord link?
Please.
Mustafa, if you ever have any questions relating to technical information, educational material, or questions or concerns relating to our products, you can also join our Discord, and you can contact us directly through there.
And same goes
I
here,
really appreciate
yeah.
that, basically, because obviously we're still learning. I'm still learning on this.
Oh yeah, we're happy. We are more than happy to provide the education that you need about our products. We're always happy to share Vault DeFi as well. We've got a great team on the front end working with the community to provide that education and answer any questions that you may have.
I appreciate that, guys. Thanks a lot for that, and thanks, Mark, and all of you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Absolutely.
You too,
Have a good day, man.
Hey, while we're still plugging stuff, if any of you guys have not done so, make sure to follow everyone that is over here because, we all have basically all these different projects and all these different DeFi things that we're coming up with, and we know that we're coming out with different news and whatnot. So if you want to be on top of it, definitely follow all of the hosts and speakers that you see here. And yeah, just wanted to kind of throw that in there. Sorry for the shameless shill.
No worries. All right, who do we have next? I don't remember.
I know we got Captain Booty up here. How we doing, Captain Booty?
Yo, what's up? I was I jumped in late. I was giving away all the NFTs I promised everybody. And unfortunately, it took me a really long time because I promised a lot of NFTs last night. But I'm finally done. I've given them all away. So now I'm going to start promising NFTs again. So, Matt, I have a collection of 9 NFTs. They're very exclusive NFTs, and one is earmarked for you. I mean, it just is what it is. It is for you. But the other NFTs, I think we could mint and give 100% of the proceeds back to the Surge Fund. What do you think, Matt?
I think it's a great idea. I'm sure Mark agrees. Mark, how do you feel about that, man? How do we feel about that?
Oh wait, is my mic on? Sorry. Yeah, I mean, obviously, anything that contributes to the Surge Fund is greatly appreciated.
I think that's great.
Definitely, DeFi is definitely stronger together. And yeah, the more people that can help bang this out, the quicker it won't be an issue anymore. So yeah, that's awesome, Booty.
Hey,
Thank
no
you.
problem, man. I love you guys. Matt, get with me. I'm gonna mint them tonight. And we can showcase them in the space. And I'm definitely excited about showcasing yours because that one was made especially for you by the artist.
That's awesome. I'm excited, man. Let's get it done.
Booty, do you have an spaces tomorrow night by any chance?
What's tomorrow night?
Thursday?
Thursday.
Yes,
Should,
yes,
right?
yes. Thursday at 8:00.
Nice. I'm coming to hang this time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm glad you're
The more we do this stuff together, I think the better for everybody involved, including all of these lovely investors that are taking time out of their day to hear about what we're doing and about the tech. And the truth is, like, the majority of us really are together, and we really help each other out on as much as we can and work with the projects. And, you know, just little things like even you're just seeing here with all these NFT artists and people coming forward and being able to help and kind of support Mark and everything. It's just really nice to see. And I hope everybody listening sees that we are together and we're strong like this. And the more that we can come out and showcase this, we will try and do. We'll be able to educate, we'll be able to cross collaborate and potentially really just elevate not only DeFi, but crypto in general, mass adoption, and make people feel a little bit more comfortable and experienced in what they're doing. So just want to say, hey, Booty, I'm coming to hang tomorrow. Sorry, I started talking too much.
it. No, you're 100% right? Because we're always chatting. We're always helping each other out. Me and you were chatting. You know, I'm always going to Mark. Me and Matt, everybody, we're connected, and I think to publicly show that and show that you know, the people that have the best interests of DeFi are working together and collaborating together and sharing ideas. I think to show that publicly definitely is a power up for investors and for the space in general.
Exactly.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Real quick, we got Lord. But I just want to say, if you do scroll to the top, if you're on your phone, I'm not sure how it looks on your on the PCs or the Macs, but if you scroll to the top, I got the links up there for Vault DeFi and the Surge website as well as the Surge Discord. But we got our man Lord NFT up here, the man behind the Martians, the Mooney Martians. How we feeling today, Lord?
I'm all right. A little busy, and I'm trying to look at houses. It's crazy, man. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah,
tough. That's a hard life.
I know, dude. But I was listening to Captain over there, and you know, I do have some pieces that I made. You know, maybe I could put in there to maybe raise money to put back into the thing, because you know I got Surge myself, and you know, so whatever I could do to try to get my BNB back, you know, I could throw in a couple pieces to try to sell. I made one for you, Mark. That is, I think you've seen it. Yeah, it's like you're a robot.
I don't believe so. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have. You should shoot that over to me on Twitter or Discord.
Yeah.
I haven't been too active in my DMs lately, but I'm gonna start to be again.
Yeah. See, I made these whenever. It was a long time ago. It was like when you first got into Safe Moon, and I made the Wizard Edition for everybody, like the whole team. I mean, even
awesome.
Sean, you know, even had Sean in there when he was. So, yeah, man, it's pretty old now. I mean, and compared to the Safe Moon and what's going on now, so you know, it might be worth a lot of money too, especially the stuff that's going on with me. So I think that it might bring some value.
I'd love to see that Wizard Edition. That sounds amazing. I can't believe I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know. I sent it to somebody. I might have sent it to Matt. I think I sent it to Matt. Yeah, I did.
Well, send it to me again. I don't know. I'm shitty with my Discord.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, see if we can get some money from it, you know.
Yeah, everything helps the search fund for sure. That's crazy. I never saw any of the old Moon Mark NFTs. I wasn't sure if there was any.
Well,
for the safe.
I had them. I have a couple of them, but yeah,
let's check it out.
Maybe we could do something, you know, because I want to get involved in different projects, you know, as an NFT artist. So, you know, let's talk about that later. Sure.
All right, awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thank you, Lord.
Mate. Yeah, good luck, guys, with everything, and I'll invest too, man. I always believed in you. I know that crazy shit happened before, but hey, I'm all for it again. And you probably did it 20 times better, man. Usually when you do something the second time, it's way better.
Yeah, definitely been a crazy learning experience all the way around. I personally feel like I've become a 10 times better developer since that. Just from, learning, taking extra time to really teach myself everything I didn't already know. At least just from writing contracts every day. Every day that I wake up and write more of them, I just feel like I've been getting better and better at it. So I definitely am a lot more confident in that regard. Absolutely, and especially partnering with Certic helps too. Just prove, just give extra security, extra peace of mind to people getting into projects, because smart contracts they're a new thing relatively. Everyone's still figuring out all the nitty gritties about them, how they work, how everything works. So having a service like Certic and Skynet to provide constant monitoring of projects is definitely a blessing to have, for sure, especially in such a new space. But I feel like I'm learning every day, so hopefully that keeps up. But yeah, I appreciate the good words.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, yeah, just keep doing it, man. Like, I know you got a great mind for this, and like me, I'm an innovator, and I could tell you are too. So let's reshape all this shit, man.
Yes, sir. We'll get it done.
Thank you, Lord. I see we've had Unappreciated Ninja up here for a minute. I don't know if there's anything you had to say or wanted to ask, man.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, because obviously you're creating the DEX Mark, what was your idea about on and off ramping onto the DEX with fiat? And also, what's the possibility, for example, of like exchanging, say, an X Vault token for XUSD, and will that be limited in some way to help with obviously the sales of Vault? Because obviously you know that when Vault is sold, there's a high sell fee, and we want the reflections going back to the people instead of going like to an off ramp that's going to be incredibly cheap.
So it's a traditional DEX. So the way I built Vault as well is you can designate certain wallets as liquidity pools. So all we would do is simply put them in. You could just put Vault and USD into a Surge DEX liquidity pool, and you could tell the Vault token, treat this liquidity pool as a liquidity pool, and it will apply the 30% fee in and the 5% fee out that it does on PancakeSwap. So that won't be an issue. Certain tokens that have PancakeSwap built in that can't upgrade it or rely on it might be stuck and limited to PancakeSwap, but there is still other ways to work around it and add in extra fees to match other ecosystems. So you could add in your own custom fee that goes towards something, whatever it be, whether it be burning, reflections, you name it. And for on-ramp, so this is a decentralized exchange, and traditionally decentralized exchanges don't have fiat on-ramp and off-ramp because there's a certain amount of you need like KYC and a bunch of legislative things before you can offer on-ramp from fiat. So that wouldn't come right away, but we've definitely had some really cool ideas on how to on-ramp into BSC, not traditional ways to do it, because on-ramping into BSC is very tough to do in certain parts of the world, especially in the United States. So there's some ideas that have been floating around as to how to do that easier, and we might incorporate that at a later time, at a later version of the DEX. But right away, it won't have on-ramping and off-ramping. It'll be similar to PancakeSwap in the sense that it's a place to exchange assets instead of off-ramping and on-ramping, basically. But that is something we've been talking about as well, is an on-ramp method into Surge, which would be very cool. And if it was going to be launched anywhere, it would be launched on the DEX. But I wouldn't say that would come on V1. I think that would come at a later version.
Okay, great. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming up.
And just a shameless plug for some of the Vault people as well. and the people that are interested in Vault, we have the Vault Academy on YouTube. So we are also covering some Surge tokens there as well. If anyone's interested, just go to the YouTube Vault Academy and you'll see some cool information and some math behind Surge as well.
Thank you. I was just going to say, I really appreciate you coming up today. He's Unappreciated Ninja is actually one of our senior mods over in Discord. So he's a big help. So anyone listening here, if you have any questions or you want to know anything particularly about Vault or anything specifically about Surge, he's the go-to over in our Discord. Also attached to the message just above here on that tweet that was done by Moon Matt. So just want to say thank you to all of our mods, but in particular, Ninja. Really appreciate everything you do for our team. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Bye.
All right, you got anyone else that want to come up?
Crypto loser. Did you want to say something? Do you have a question? Your mic's muted. I guess not.
Anyone else have their hand raised?
No. Anybody else have any more questions? Or
if anybody has questions, feel free to throw a request. I know we answered quite a bit. We went into detail about a lot of stuff. But yeah, been a pretty successful space, I'd say.
Yeah, it's been very productive.
I think Mark said before, we're gonna try to be more vocal. We're gonna try to be more public. Mark and Surge together. You know, not that we've been hiding, not that anybody's been in the shadows, but we've just been working on stuff. You know, this fund is a focus. We're trying to get it paid off, and we got our heads down, and we're grinding.
Yeah, I've been locked in my room, coding for weeks now.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Super sick too.
I appreciate it.
I've been super sick too, so I really had nothing to do but just sit and code. So I really do feel like a code monkey lately.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, like nobody's been hiding, nobody's avoiding anything. It's just been it's been a lot of hard work, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we got
hopefully the DEX contracts will speak for themselves. I think they're pretty incredible. Definitely the apex of the work I've done so far, I believe, in terms of new innovations to the DeFi space.
It's a game changer.
Surge was crazy. Yeah. Surge was awesome. Surge was needed, but bringing that functionality to exchanges is, I think, the next step. And I'm very proud of what we have so far. And I'm really excited to watch everyone play on it and experiment and see how things go.
Hey, so we got a familiar face in the house right now. Ryan Dunn, you got your hand up?
How we doing, Ryan?
Oh, congrats. Ryan did really well yesterday. Yeah, really well.
What's up, Ryan?
Congratulations on yesterday, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats on flavors, Ryan.
Impressive.
Some good work. I looked through the code. It was some good work.
Oh, on the pre-sale contract? Yeah, that's just the pre-sale contract. There's like a bunch more contracts that I haven't released yet, but yeah. So I was totally on the wrong time zone here, and I missed everything. Could you just get a quick recap here? I know that's kind of annoying for everyone that heard the whole thing, but that would be totally. Yeah, I know.
You can cover
more or less
the big parts, right? Like the DEX, obviously.
USD, a new XUSD token is going to be kind of the stable token with super low fees to initiate transfers on our DEX that we're making. So we're making a Surge style DEX. It's similar to PancakeSwap in function, but all of the essential functionality like staking liquidity, removing liquidity, and swapping tokens has a surged effect on the LP tokens themselves. That's pretty much the major news, more or less. And we're going to be rolling out some more updates about that.
Yeah, wow, that's excellent. I had a feeling you were going that direction with it. It's interesting to see where this is going to go.
If it interests you, Ryan,
it's been fun.
I was just going to say, if it interests you, Ryan, I believe my academy is streaming this on our YouTube. So if you want to go back and see anything that was covered today, I think you can probably catch it on Vault Academy. I'm not trying to just plug it. I just know if you wanted to hear all the details, it was really quite detailed, everything everybody was talking about. So you might be interested in grabbing it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thanks for coming up. Nice hearing from you.
Yeah.
want to say again, great work on flavors and all that stuff. I've been watching from my corner, and I've been rooting you guys on. So it was nice seeing that all work out well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's been a lot of work. I heard you say you've been locked in your room coding for weeks. I've exactly the same thing here.
Well, it shows, man.
Yeah. I get that actually has been months, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's a good thing. Do it, guys. That's what your brains are made to do. And look at all of us benefiting from your hard work. So thank you for doing all of that. Staying in your closets. Maybe not being sick, Mark, but we appreciate the hard work you're all putting in just on a big level there. Engineers, developers. If any of you are listening here today, I'm always looking for a new dev, whether that's front end or back end. So reach out to me directly. I'd love to be able to support you in what you're doing. It's important to me to do that. So just another addition there. Really,
I'll throw that same offer out as well, not to compete with Jen. But...
No, it's true though. It's important, right?
Yeah, we could use some more developers in the space. There's a bunch of cool projects coming out as well. Obviously, the DEX is one of them, but there's a couple new little things that are going to be released over the next few weeks that, hopefully you'll all enjoy, and hopefully we got killer sites, dApps, everything set up for it to have a seamless experience.
Right? Yeah.
dApp developers, React, Next.js, any of those, if any of those are ring a bell for you guys, come with bells on, because
same thing here. React, I've
you need some too, right?
For about 3 days I've been using React, but the dApp came out okay.
In addition to that, we're always looking for people of other different specialties too in the community that may be able to help out, in graphic design, video design,
absolutely,
like that.
Yeah,
we're always looking for people like that. Anybody that's got a talent for comprehensive information, writing up educational material, it's all very appreciated, and we're always looking out for that type of talent in the community.
Yeah, so important.
It's needed when there's 3 projects up here and all of us are like, we need developers.
Yep.
We're all like, me too.
Yep.
That was funny. But it's true. Definitely dApp developers are needed in the space just as much as Solidity developers are. I've seen.
Is that Pyro?
It is Pyro.
Yeah, Pyro. Say hi.
What a wonderful addition she's been to the Vault community and team. If everybody here is just listening, she's come on board. She's working as an investor relations liaison and kind of doing a little bit of everything with our team. Really a wonderful, wonderful other woman involved in crypto. So just a huge shout out there.
Hi. Thank you all so much. I'm so happy.
Yeah, Pyro's a beast.
Yeah, don't mess with Pyro. It's true.
I'm so proud of all of y'all, and thank you so much for all your hard work.
We do it for DeFi.
Yeah, of course.
It's for everybody here.
Yeah, keep killing it, Pyro. Keep doing what you're doing.
I sure will. We'll bring more people in, start educating more people, and just see what we can all do together.
Exactly.
All right, awesome. If there's no one else, we might be good to wrap it up. If there's any other last questions that you guys want to ask, feel free to come up before we close this thing out.
I mean, that was solid. About an hour and a half. Actually, an hour and a half, like right on the dot. I think we got everything out there. We answered all the questions. Something I want to say again is this: we're not going to be doing this every day. Probably not even every week, but we're looking to be more public as a whole, as a group. Mark himself, the Surge team, getting involved in spaces, getting involved more socially. That's the new goal for us. So we're going to see you guys more than just this time.
Yeah,
this isn't a duck in.
No.
I've never been great with social media. Matt yells at me on a daily about how I can be better at it, but I'm learning. The main thing is I prefer to just be my code monkey and come out with some crazy new stuff and tell everyone. But that's not how everyone likes things. That's not how everyone likes to receive information. Everything all at once. Because it has seemed pretty quiet lately, but I've really just been kind of expanding on these ideas and trying to find new ways to optimally build this ecosystem. And I appreciate everyone's patience with me as I've been in my corner for the last few weeks. But I'm definitely going to try to be more active and more, give more information as it's coming out and not all at once, kind of like we did today. Hopefully it'll be more more streamlined. You know, like every week, every so often, we'll have new updates for everyone instead of it being like a full, huge hour-and-a-half long AMA where we go over 100 different things. Because yeah, that's not optimal. And I'll be working on being better as a media presence as well. I've never been good at it, but we'll see what happens.
You're not bad at it.
I feel you on that one, Mark. With the having to focus on the thing, it's like if you break this certain rhythm, your brain has to like start doing the math and running the code so that you can figure out the next step. And it's like when you get out of your cave and you break that rhythm, sometimes it sets you back an hour or a day or whatever got you into that point.
Oh yeah, especially with crazy ADHD like I have too. If I stop focusing on something for a minute, it takes me a long time to put that back at the forefront of my mind.
So, hey guys, if you got time, we got Random Arts up here who maybe had a question or had something to say. Random, you there?
Hey, Random. Yeah, hey, Random.
What's up, Arts?
Another huge benefit to have in the space. He's a YouTube personality and he covers a lot of DeFi. So, hey, Random Arts.
Hey, how everybody's going?
Really well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just wanted to stop by and just say hey to everyone. Mark and the rest of everyone.
Hey, nice seeing you. Did you catch the AMA?
Yes. In between work, I was able to catch it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, hopefully you're gonna have a lot more content to create, especially with the next coming days as we feed you full of information about how this DEX works and everything like that. Definitely no shortage of education that's needed in the space right now. I'm gonna try to do my part as well, but yeah, definitely a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah, I'm super excited with XSurge.
You're a great
Vault.
person.
Yeah,
Great person to do it too. Just want to say that.
Oh, thank you.
Really impressive quality. The videos are amazing. You put a real focus into education. I love it. Really, you guys are really going to see some really quality content being made by Random Arts. So that's exciting for you. You should plug your channel while you're here.
It's I don't even know my channel's name, to be honest. It's Random Arts.
That's probably what it is, to be honest. Sorry to put you on the
There you
spot.
go.
Yeah, Random Arts on YouTube. Check it out. And then check him out on, he does some bits on our academy. And I'm assuming, Mark, XSurge should probably have a secondary one as well. You're probably setting that up, right?
A secondary what?
You probably have. Do you have a YouTube channel for XSurge yet?
I don't know if we have an official one. That would be interesting. I was gonna just do it on my classic Moonmark account.
Yeah, he'd probably just carry on the name, honestly. Switch up what he's been doing with it, obviously.
Yeah, education's the most important part, though. We'll figure out the whole branding and stuff after the fact.
Fair enough.
For the YouTube, at least.
We are also under development. This has kind of been pushed to the back end because of all the big projects we got going on, obviously. But we have an educational system, educational section on the webpage, on the official webpage, to be posting material in the future. The site's already there, but with the new web integrations and everything that we've got coming up, it's kind of been pushed back a little bit. But it is in the works. So everybody will have direct access to the educational content they're looking for right off the webpage.
Awesome. That's incredible.
Yeah, so if I do have one more request, but we're kind of running over time here. This will be the last question of the day, but this has been a very successful AMA. Hey, Barney, did you have a question?
Looks like he's connected.
Hey, Barney, did you have a question?
I don't see anyone.
He's connected on my end. Just gotta give him a moment.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Barney, you there?
Yeah, it looks like he maybe having some trouble connecting. I can personally DM him. Mark can maybe do it himself.
Yeah, we got that covered.
Let's wrap this up, man. It's been very successful. We got all the info out there, as I said before. I'm hoping everybody's happy with it. I'm sure the community's happy to hear from us, hear from Mark, hear from people on the XSurge team, from the Vault team, everywhere. If I don't know if Mark or anybody has any last things to say, but definitely been a good space.
Yeah, I think we covered all of it. Thank you guys for coming out, and stay tuned for more of these. As Matt said, it might not be every day or every week, but definitely more than it has been lately. I'm going to try to do my best to get that media presence out there and come out of my corner. And yeah, this has been great. It's been great to talk with everyone and answer questions. If you have any additional questions, Matt, Blue, myself are always free to message. I know Blue tends to be a little bit more on top of his messages, and he'll quickly relay them to me. If you find that I didn't get it in time or it got drowned out, reach out to him as well, Blue for Life 90 on Discord and Twitter. He's him and Talden are our community managers over at Surge. And yeah, it's been great. So more information coming soon on the DEX and on launch dates for XUSD and the new Surge BNB. And yeah, that's what we have to look forward to for now. And the Surge Factory, of course. So yeah, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming through.
Awesome.
Big thank you from me as well. Just want to say that. Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. We'll see you next time.